Hi everybody,
Hi!
we're John and Joe Lake from the UK.
And for the past year we've been living in a remote part of northwestern Zambia in a place called Kalene Mission. My main role is that I work in the mission hospital as a midwife, and I also help with administration there.
And I'm a pilot mechanic working for the Mission Flight Service based at Kalene.
That might be the things that we do, but we see our everyday calling as living out our walks of Jesus with those around us. I think for me the biggest challenge is getting used to the logistics of living in the middle of nowhere. So our nearest supermarket is about 6 hours drive away. And also just working in the hospital as a midwife, I'm experiencing lots of new things.
And I'd say for me, some of the biggest challenges I have are ensuring that I maintain the aircraft to a good standard. But not only that, there's also a real challenge out here when we fly, particularly in the rainy season. So it's kind of always a bit of a challenge. Do we fly? Do we not? How far do we go? Do we have to land somewhere else?
Probably what I've enjoyed most since being at Kalene is hosting people, having people stay in our home or come round for meals or prayer meetings. I've also really enjoyed the odd day trip that we've taken out with visitors, just to go out and have a bit of fun.
And I think for me, from a flying point of view, I took a few volunteers who were out serving in a different mission station down for a flight to Victoria Falls, and I had the opportunity to circle over the falls to get a better look at it, which was a real fun and exhilarating experience, but also just some successful medical flights is always an encouragement as well. And then aside from the flying, I've had opportunities to take the Jesus film into local villages, which has just been a real encouragement, and it's been really neat to see people respond to that. Some rededicate their lives and some give their lives for the first time. So, I guess for both of us, one thing that we didn't really expect was the amount of hoops we'd have to jump through and hurdles we'd have to go over to get our various qualifications transferred to the Zambian system. It's taken up a lot of our time, to the point that even a year on now, I still have exams to sit, and the journey's not finished as far as that's concerned.
And I think I could say for both of us that we've noticed that God has really used our skills, maybe our other skills that we have aside from the midwifery and the flying, and even skills that we didn't know we had, to be a part of His plans and purposes at Kalene.
There's obviously a personnel need from the flight service point of view, both for pilots, but also definitely for mechanics, to help us with the workload that we have. And then outside of that, there's a real massive opportunity to work with young people in the local area. That's an area we want to try and be a bit more involved in, but the more people we could have on board to help with that would be a real blessing, and we could see and do so much more for His kingdom.
And at the hospital, there's a huge need for medical personnel, but also anyone with giftings in administration, building and helping with some of the renovating of the hospital. Anyone that's willing to just come and get their hands dirty, really. We also have a big heart for a student ministry at Kalene. At the moment we have over 100 student nurses, and it would be really great to start a ministry to reach out to them. And so those are things we're looking towards for the future, but we need people's help to come out and use any skills and giftings that they've got, be it short term or longer term, to see those things come to fruition.
And of course, ultimately, none of that and none of what we're doing could happen if it wasn't for people who were passionate about prayer as well.
So our advice to anyone who's thinking about pursuing overseas mission, or who's just thinking about what mission looks like in the setting that you're in right now, then our encouragement to you would be to firstly read your Bibles and grasp the heart of God and the heart that He has for you, to understand and really know His promises, that He loves you and He has a plan for you, and He has a plan to use any skills and giftings that you have or any passions that you have in your heart. And then we would say pray about it and push some doors and see what stays open. We believe that God can call you anywhere in the world, and that He will use you wherever He places you.